Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Heat versus Nuggets Finals. NBA Finals preview. Before we get the video started, congratulations to our Miami Heat for... we almost had a heart attack a little bit. Especially Game 6 gave me a heart attack a little bit. I was like, come on, man. That man made that buzzer beater. And then Game 7, for some reason for Game 7, I wasn't as nervous as I was anxious to see the game come on, but I wasn't as nervous. I was like, I feel very confident about this game. I did reverse jinx. I wore a green shirt yesterday. I had a Green Arrow shirt on yesterday. I wore it the reverse jinx. I wore it the entire day. Then I switched it. I put my Heat gear on like that. And then it got hot in the Heat gear because I was waiting and getting pumped up to watching the game like that. I took that off. Took the little hoodie thing off. I took the stuff off like that. But watching the game, like I seen the team just play with fire, play with a lot of energy, play with tenacity, play very physical, and they got the win. But congratulations to the Celtics as well. Celtics did a great job in coming back and stuff like that. And most likely they're going to be back next year. The Heat and Celtics story is not over. The trilogy is finished now. The Heat got the last, got their revenge from last year. But most likely these teams are very young and very talented. They will probably see each other probably next year. But really, in the Nuggets and the Heat, you know, look at some of the matchups, and you look at these teams like that. Of course, the Heat are super underdogs, but we like it that way. We like being underdogs. We like being doubted, and we like people not giving us the respect that we earned, but we'll find a way to beat the respect out of them when we win these games. But the Heat and Nuggets preview, you know, the Nuggets are a great team, amazing team. You have a guy who's probably, or arguably, the best player in the league, depending on who you like, Jokic, Giannis, whoever you want to pick like that. Jokic, two-time MVP. And you got Jamal Murray, who I was surprised he's never been an All-Star. You'd think that Jamal Murray at least had 2 All-Star selections, but no, he's never been an All-Star at all like that. Maybe because he catch flame in the playoffs and like is after the All-Star. But you think with some of the seasons he had, you look at some of his numbers, you be like, he got to get some All-Stars vote eventually like that. Maybe he'll get one in the future and stuff. But Jamal Murray is a flamethrower. You know, he's a flamethrower. He can catch flame like no other, and he'll go on for his flame not just one game and then he'll miss a few games. No. He can catch flame for an entire series. So you gotta watch out for that. And of course, the Heat stars being Jimmy Butler, like that, Jimmy G buckets, and then Bam Adebayo, of course, and then the other X Factor players too, I believe, like the six mans and stuff like that. And I think he might be a starter now. But Caleb Martin, I think, is an X Factor. He averaged almost 20 points per game. This past Eastern Conference Finals right here, like that. And it's crazy because last year in Eastern Conference Finals he didn't play in Game 7, but this year he averaged 20 points per game in the finals. And then he went out there and just played amazing basketball, being very clutch and shot very efficient too. He shot very efficient, 60% from the field. He also shot 88% from the free throw, and I think he shot 45 or 47% from 3. He was lighting it up. He was playing very good basketball out there, and Caleb Martin was the reason we kind of stayed in these games and the reason to be a driving force for us. I had him as my Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Like that, I feel like he should have won it like that because the way he did to keep us in it and stuff like that, and the efficiency he shot it, but it doesn't really matter who win it, as long as we win the game. But that's really and then Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets as well. You know, he's a guy who can go out there, who can easily get double digits and double-digit rebounds as well. Like that, I feel like he's very versatile too in his game. So it really comes down to those guys. Those are the players that you look for. Of course, the other guys too in the series, like the Max Strus, the Duncan Robinsons, the Gabe Vincents, the KCPs. Of course, KCP is a very good three-point shooter and a defensive player as well. And then, of course, Bruce Brown's another guy too who can do that too. He can put the ball on the floor as well and get out there. So there's some guys to look for all around and stuff. But I think what the Nuggets need to do, I'm speaking from a perspective of, having a channel where I analyze basketball. So I'm speaking from a fan perspective and from a perspective of, a YouTube analyst. I don't know what credibility that holds, but it holds something maybe. But the Nuggets, I feel like the only thing all you got to do for them to win is, if Jamal Murray stay hot like that and keep feeding them and working a two-man with him and Jokic being the operator and stuff like that, and they keep that as a driving force because Jokic did such great things in transition, did such great things all around the floor and the court, and a lot of attention gonna get drawn to Jokic a lot too, and start setting things up, and Jokic can go out and Murray can get his stuff, and start bringing attention to Murray. Jokic can go out there and cook and stuff, but they just run that type of scheme and go like that, they're going to be well like that. Their offensive scheme is very good. That dynamic mix they got, because sometimes they have with Jamal Murray, he'll dribble inside and get there, and then maybe dish it out to Jokic. Jokic set a screen for him. He come off ball screen, and then he'll go and shoot and hit a shot like that. They're so in sync, and they work so well together. So it's kind of hard to mess that chemistry up. They're going to get their points and stuff, but you got to make sure you can limit some of the scoring. Also, they need to make sure to stop the transition offense, because the Miami Heat is very good in transition, especially in the playoffs. The playoffs, the Heat have picked up in transition. That's how they got most of their points, and those threes, too. They have a lot of great shooters over there. The Duncan Robinsons, the Max Strus, the Caleb Martins, the Gabe Vincents, who can hit some shots and stuff. So in transition, you got to make sure to get your guys back, get your guys down like that, because the Heat can heat up from three, and in transition, they will find and pick you apart. So if the Nuggets do those two things like that, keep doing what they're doing on offense, and then in defense, get back in transition like that. Because the Lakers kind of got them a little bit in transition too. You seen when Dennis Schroeder and LeBron was pushing the ball a little bit. Most of the games was very close. It's just the Lakers don't have that. They didn't have that clutch ability to close out the games like that. And Jokic was not having it. And in the first game, like, they come back from this. They start going crazy and stuff like that. Jamal Murray cooking them all over the place. And then, so kind of like in transition, you can probably get the Nuggets a little bit, but most likely Malone will have them adjust and get out to some of those things. They have the size advantage against the Heat as well. So using your team size advantage and the length like that to guard some of the guys, throwing those guys at Jimmy like that, maybe Aaron Gordon a few times, get some arm length and stuff, and throwing different guys and different looks to kind of like disrupt their rhythm and stuff. For the Heat to win, I believe the Miami Heat need to do this. They need to throw different looks at Jamal Murray and kind of like different things. The Heat and Coach Spo is a mastermind, a genius. I believe a top 5 head coach of all time. You have, Phil Jackson at 1. Phil Jackson at 1. He got a lot of championships. Phil Jackson got a lot of championships. Phil Jackson was very, very good. With the Bulls, 6 championships, and then the Lakers, when they had the Shaq and Kobe combination and stuff like that. Phil Jackson, you can put him up there at 1. You put Popovich up there as well. But I think Pat Riley would be number 2 for my opinion. So I put Phil at 1, Pat Riley at 2. I might put Pat Riley at 1 like that, just off of biasness, but Phil at 1, Pat Riley at 2. Or I'm not gonna do it in order at all. Actually, I'm just gonna say Phil, Pat, Larry Brown, of course, Greg Popovich, and Coach Spo. I feel like those are top 5 coaches in NBA history of all time, like that. And Coach Spo is a mastermind in the way he do things and the way he get things done. I feel like all he gotta do is he'll throw a lot of different looks at Murray and stuff like that, because Murray's the flamethrower. Of course, Jokic can go out there and get his points. Jokic is Nikola Jokic. He's a 2-time MVP. He faked the game in so many different ways. You can't stop it like that. You can't try to contain it, but it's gonna happen. But Murray is the guy you need to try to stop. I ain't saying you're gonna stop him, but you need to try to stop him like that and throw different looks at him. Double teams, full court press, had different guys, different looks, something like that. Get some Haywood Highsmith out there with good length. He did a good job. When Jason Tatum, he was on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and stuff like that, switching and getting steals. Use some guys with some length and some quickness and ability. Double team him on the drives and different looks like that. Use the out of bounce line, to your advantage a little bit, and double teams and trap him in the corners to make him try to cause some turnovers or something like that. You just throw different looks at him, make it uncomfortable, and make where other guys have to set up and beat you like that. That's the best formula for that. And also, you need to make Nikola Jokic work like that. People said, how you make him work? I remember they mentioned it. It was on Undisputed this morning. They was talking about, they said, AD was scoring 40 and he can make him work, but AD was playing a little different. He wasn't just banging down low with them 24/7. He was trying to take a lot of jump shots around and stuff like that. I feel like for Jokic, you need to attack him. Jokic's not the best defender. He's still 7 feet though. He can get some blocks. He's still 7 feet. You need to attack him. You need to make him work on the defensive side. So on the offensive side, it may cause some fatigue and stuff like that. Of course, he's still going to be Jokic. It's the reason he's an MVP back-to-back years and stuff like that. And it's the reason he's in the finals as well. But you need to make him work. You need to get Bam going to be a key factor in this series. He got to get downhill. He can't be doing a little hesitation and shooting those jumpers, because I remember AD was doing that the last round, and you see it didn't work out too well like that. And Jokic's like, okay, you're not going to try to bang down low and get to the rim like that or anything like that. You're going to shoot the jumpers and try to force shots. Bam needs to get down low. He need to get the ball, put the ball on the deck, and get down to the rim. Use his quickness, use his agility, and use his vertical, and use all that stuff like that, and those techniques to get down low and to make Jokic work on the defensive side to kind of fatigue him a little bit and stuff like that. And the Miami Heat need to work in transition as well. They did that well against the Bucks, because in the set defense with you got the Bucks out there, it makes it difficult because those guys are very got a very good defensive team, and the Celtics were probably the best defensive team we played. So the Nuggets defense, I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that. I feel like the Heat should be able to score, but the hard part is it's like this: the Heat should be able to score on the Nuggets defense like that. Because the Nuggets defense, they're gonna go out there and do some things, but I think they're playing the Celtics defense, which is probably the best. Them and the Bucks probably been two of the best ones in the league like that, and the Miami defense, of course, is being a good defense as well. I feel like after playing those teams and beating those teams, and you should be able to do the similar things against the Nuggets defensive looks. But the hard part is trying to stop the Nuggets offense like that. I know the Heat got a good defensive team and got some guys who can go out there and guard, but it'll be very difficult, and it's gonna be a great series to see. I'm not putting a number on it, but of course I'm riding with my team. I'm riding with my boys to the very end like that. I'm beyond the very end actually. So yeah, I'm riding my team. I don't know where it'll go. Maybe 7 again, probably like that. 7 again. I know a lot of people saying Heat in 6. That would be great, but with this Nuggets team, it's very, very difficult. Now, the one advantage that Heat do got. Coach Spo been here 6 times. Jimmy Butler, 2nd time here. Bam, 2nd time here. Kyle Lowry, 2nd time here. Kevin Love, 6th time here, I believe. So a lot of guys on our team has been here before. I think they know what it's like to have the bright lights on and be in the finals. So that can be a little advantage having that experience and stuff like that. So we'll see how things shape out. We're gonna see what happens. But like I mentioned before, in every single series, the Miami Heat need to go to Denver on Thursday and win the first game. Winning that first game will set the tone and set the pressure and put the pressure on the other team like that. Because if you lose the first game, then the pressure on you to win that second game, because you can't go down 0-2 and go back to your house, because that's gonna make that third game very pressured for you. But if you win the first game like that in Denver, and then game 2, you lose game 2, but you go home and you have home court advantage, and you see what happens like that at your house like that. But you gotta win the first game. So Miami, you got to find a way to win the first game. I don't care how you get it done, but you got to get it done to set the tone for the series, like you did for the Bucks, like you did for the Celtics, like you did for the Knicks. You got to do that, and you got to win the first game. That's all I got for this video today, guys. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.